right now after the first half against the San Antonio Spurs. Now we've seen energetic P. Will, so we've seen some good signs of things. P. Will and Kobe playing well together. I did say coming into this game, it's not necessarily about wins and losses, and we are seeing growth from some of the young players that we want to see growth from in specific areas, but. The team is just like, and I can't even say they're not necessarily playing with heart. It's not quite that either. I really can't put my finger on it. It's a really weird game from the Chicago Bulls so far in this first half of this game. They should be playing much better uh, than what they're playing in, and they definitely can still get back in this game. It's not anything that's completely out of the realm of them getting back in. Rebounding battle really close, 26-27 in favor of the Spurs. The Bulls are winning points off turnovers, 7-4. When you look at the three-point field goals made, that's where the biggest difference is for this team right now. The San Antonio Spurs have made 11 three-pointers, whereas the Chicago Bulls have only made 4. That's really making up most of your difference, right? Because when you look at things, the Bulls are winning points off second chance points 11-6. We're winning the second chance points battle. We have 28 points in the paint to their 20 points in the paint. They're killing us off the bench 21-11. So when you're looking at things that the Bulls can improve on, the Spurs are winning fast breaks, 15 fast breaks points, only 3 for the Bulls. They're winning they're winning the bench points battle, and they're out shooting us from 3-point range. Other than that, all the hustle stats the Bulls are winning. We're close in rebounds, right? We're only 1 off in the rebounding battle. It's not a huge foul discrepancy either. It's really that 3-point shooting that you're looking at from the San Antonio Spurs. And so you're hoping that they're not going to be ass hot shooting from 3 in the second half of this game. But like I said, definitely some positive. Vooch, 6 for 11 from the field. He has 14 and 7. Patrick Williams, the second leading scorer with 13 points. He's 5 of 7 from the field with 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal already in this game. Kobe White's 3 of 6 for 9 points, 2 of those being 3-pointers. 2 rebounds. As far as Marquis, DeRozan has 5 points. Caruso hasn't scored a single point yet. He's 0 of 3 from the field. You expect that to be better in the second half. The bench, nothing from the bench. We got Julian Phillips with 2, Andre Drummond with 4, Javon Carter with 3, and Ayo Dosunmu with 2. We're getting killed off the bench for sure. Trey Jones has 12 points off the bench for them. He's almost outscoring, though. He is outscoring the Chicago Bulls bench basically by himself in that manner. But we got some things that we can still that we can tighten up. If we can defend the 3-point shot better, I think we can be right back in this game. Do not let the 11-point deficit right now make you think the Bulls are completely out of this game. They need to execute defensively. They can get back in it, but right now the Bulls are just getting their asses kicked at that 3-point line. And in fast breaks, we got to limit those opportunities for the San Antonio Spurs if we want to get it. But listen, I'll tell you what, Wemby is to only have 3 made shots and Wemby have 10 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Wemby is a monster. It's really good to see him play the way that he has. Malachi Branham also with 10 points in that starting lineup as well. This is another player that I really liked in that draft that he came in at. But hey, I mean, I guess we'll see. Listen, it's ugly right now for the Bulls, but we just laid out there is a path for them to be able to get back to it. We got Sydney in the building, says this shit is ridiculous. Completely agree with you there, Sydney. Completely agree with you. Of course, San Antonio will snap their losing streak to the Bulls. I mean, I try to warn you guys coming into this game. I love the way how Patrick Williams and Vucevic is being aggressive. Now we have to get the others involved, and DeMar DeRozan has to calm down with all those bad shots. Yeah, Adrian in the build. Oh, whoa, what happened here? I hate Restream. I really hate Restream. Adrian in the building says at least P. Will is playing good. P. Will is playing really aggressive. Really aggressive. Butter FN says, God, this has been a difficult game to watch so far. Not me. Like, I listen again. I maybe it's because I've removed myself from really looking at wins and losses for this Bulls team. But like I said, we just kind of laid it out. They can definitely get back in this game. BKR Sports says I'm really not too worried. We haven't been at our best by a long way, but I still think we can win this. P. Will has been awesome. It's always great to see aggressive P. Will, and P. Will's starting to realize it, put it together. P. Will realizing how fun basketball can be if he just cuts. It's hilarious to me. Cuts, follow shots, those type of things. So for sure in that one. Brian says, I'm losing my shit. I mean, hey, it is a frustrating game to watch. We got Melvin in the building. Billy Donovan every rotation. Sister Rosen out and substitute someone else. even if they're on a run to bring him back every 2 minutes. It's annoying. I mean, Billy Donovan substitutions have been what it's going to be. It is what it is. You called it in the pregame. P. Will would have a bigger game. Listen, P. Will is playing really well, and I love the way the aggression and the mindset that he's playing with. As long as P. Will plays with that type of mindset, he's always going to have an impact, right? And like I said, it's not even just about the scoring. I'm glad that he is scoring effectively, going 5 of 7 from the field, but it's more than just that. He's rebounding well. He's going after loose ball. Like he's just playing with like it's like now P. Will understands, hey, if I do this, I'm going to get my money, right? Like, not even just that, but I'm going to help this team win. So, let's see. We always struggle with San Antonio for some reason. Yeah, when they put up that the Bulls have the second worst record in San Antonio, like I think it's what the Denver Nuggets and somebody else is the only one on the road that has the worst. Like, we just get our asses kicked in San Antonio all the time. So, Spurs won't continue to be that hot from three. You would like to think so, but again, this is the Chicago Bulls. We have allowed teams to stay hot from three before. It's the threes that are killing us. They're a team who put up a heap of threes that usually don't fall, but today they're all going in. If they go cold from three, we've got it, in my opinion. Agree with you there, bro. Definitely agree with you there. Bulls Troy says, of course, a bad shooting team like San Antonio's on fire against us. Hey, man, I mean, that's what happens. It's the season for the Bulls. It's the season to struggle. It is what it is. Not holiday season. It's the season to struggle for the Bulls. I love that P. Will is being aggressive. I like to see Drum on Wimby. DeMar has been ball cheeks, but I want him to keep driving into Wimby and get him into foul trouble. Let's go. We can still get this. We're not out of this game. We are not out of this game at all. We're just not. So, we'll see if the Bulls can execute if they can. If San Antonio doesn't stay as hot from 3-point range, the Bulls will definitely can get right back in this game. 11-point deficit, but that can be erased pretty quickly. The Spurs aren't this team usually. Now, that doesn't mean they won't stay this way against the Chicago Bulls, but this is not usually how they go. So we'll see, man. We will really see what happens with this Bulls team. I hope that they're playing better in the second half of this game and they realize it. Hey, they got to close out on threes, get them out of it. So Mediocre Self says they're definitely killing us from three, but I'm liking the consistent energy the team is playing with. We just keep missing. I hope and pray P. Will keeps it up so Devin Vassell comparisons will stop. Well, no, they are very similar players. Like they are, and I think the only difference is that Devin Vassell is way further along in his development because Pop is a coach that knows how to develop. I mean, look, he runs Jeremy Sohan out there, who's a power forward at point guard to help develop his ball handling skills. Like you don't see that type of mindset on development from a coach like Billy Donovan. That's not to say that P. Will's own mindset hasn't held him back, because it has. That passive nature has, but we're starting to see him come out of it. Let's hope we can make it consistent. Why does it seem like every team we play against shoot their best 3-point percentage of this season against us? This goes back to literally, this has been going on for 3 years now, where teams like it's always a role player too. We just allow them to have career shooting nights from three, and we're just stuck looking fucking stupid. Let's hope the Bulls defend the 3-point line a little bit better. Let's see how they come out of this half, what adjustments they make to try to get the Spurs out of that rhythm shooting the three ball. Because if they can, we can be right back in this game. Like I said, yes, 11-point deficit. It sucks. It's not what I wanted to see from this team by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not over yet. It's not anywhere close to being over. The Bulls can still get back in this game. And they just got to come in and execute. They got to discover a little bit of edge here in halftime. And I hope that they're having that discussion right now as a team as well. How do they discover that edge? Let's get back out there. Let's perform. Let's go out and try to get a dub. This is a winnable game still for the Chicago Bulls. This game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. They just got to come in and want to do it. Donovan needs to better. And let's hope P. Will's out there playing with heart. Kobe's out there playing with heart. But they got some things that they definitely need to fix. And heart, you got to have the execution with the heart. You can't just have heart. So right now we're seeing one aspect of it. On top of that, the Spurs are absolutely on fire from 3-point range. Let's hope that those two things turn around. The Bulls get back in this game, and our bench. We need our bench to perform better as well in this one. Let's get some more of that Io DeSumo we've seen over the last couple of games. Right, that's kind of what I want to see is Io get back out there. Javon Carter has been so up and down with his shooting all season. I can't guarantee that that's going to get any better for him, but we'll see what happens with that. Let's see. I'll look tired after that still. I mean, listen, this is a basketball player. Io's gonna be okay, man. Io's gonna be okay. Io's really not the one that I'm worried about the most on this team for some reason. I kind of trust Io's gonna come in and play a little bit better. Your mic sometime. Oh yeah, that's because I was looking at something. I had to look at the Locked On Bulls video for some reason it was messed up. Anytime I start playing something, it should be fine now. You would think these teams show up against the Warriors with three? That's funny. That's funny. Pop's just trying to make his players better. He ain't trying to win. Exactly, right? That's it. That's the development. Don't see San Antonio shooting this. Shout out to my dad in the building. I was talking about you in the pregame show. Pops says don't see San Antonio shooting 50% from three the rest of the way. Let's hope that that's the case, right? The one thing with this Bulls team is, we allow teams to really get hot from us from on three regularly. Let's hope that that's not the case here in the second half of this game. So Phillips needs some more court time. Listen, Julian Phillips really has he has a motor. He can rebound. He's smart. You just want to see him go through some of those issues. He's going to run into some of those rookie issues, especially playing the power forward position. He's going to get in foul trouble sometimes. He's going to make bow-headed plays. But Julian Phillips looks like we got us one. Definitely looks like he got us one. We need Kobe to step up. He was scoring in the first, but not in the second. Listen, Kobe's going to come back. He fills out the game. DeMar was taking a lot of bad shots in that second half as well. Let's hope that this team plays better. I mean, second quarter. Let's hope that, it plays better. When you look at it, Nikola Vucevic shot. DeMar DeRozan was 0 of 5. 0 of 5 in the second quarter of this game. Yeah, that's awful. That's awful. Yes, he got to the free throw line 4 times, but 0 of 5, my guy, that's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. We need better, DeMar. We need better, bro. Like, we got to get better from DeMar if he's going to be taking that amount of shots. So they got to stop letting people intimidate them. Going against tough matchups supposed to make you play even better and harder. Not back down. They're not backing down. I don't know if you've watched this game. I wouldn't say that this team is intimidated at all. The Spurs are just shooting the ball crazily right now from three. This Bulls team hasn't backed down not one bit. And that's why I haven't questioned the heart. You guys know I'm the first one to come out here and say the team isn't playing with any heart. No, the Bulls still have been playing with heart in this game. They haven't let themselves get out of it at all. So. Well, shout out to Troy there, says to Haize's pops. Thanks you to you and your wife for bringing him into the world. Well, hey, this shout out. That's great. I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate you. Phillips is good, but if Billy doesn't see how he's supposed to get through those growing pains without court time. I mean, we've seen it happen before, right? Like we got to stop acting like you've never seen it. Hell, his name was Jimmy Butler. We've seen a player go through growing pains without playing a lot their rookie season, and especially now with the G League being what it is. But I still think the best aspect is to get him out there on the court and let him go through it a little bit. That's why I do like that. We're seeing Julian Phillips checking a game out, not just in garbage time anymore. Like, he's coming in, he's not playing a whole hell of a lot of minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if Julian Phillips doesn't play any really in the second half of this game, but Billy Donovan is starting to work him in there and getting him in there earlier in the game so he can play in there against some better competition. So, we'll see. Courtney Sykes with the super chat. Thank you, Courtney, for supporting the channel. We appreciate that. Says if we focus on developing players and keeping our draft talent, we'll be good. I mean, that's kind of the sign. If you really want to build something sustainable, you have to draft well. That there are very few teams that can build something sustainable and not draft well over time. It doesn't mean they're not going to have any misses, but it's really important that you draft well over time if you're trying to build something that's extremely sustainable and that you're going on deep playoff runs for years and years and years to come. So let's see. But all right, guys, I'll be back post-game show. Make sure you guys stay tuned in for that. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red.